This week on Convincing Idiots, you are lucky that you stopped by. We're going to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow yelling at her bush. How do we relieve stress, us idiots? We're going to discuss that. Trailers, upcoming movies. We're excited about a few of them. We're going to bring that to you. Dunkin' Donuts gives us protein all over. We're going to talk about it. And then, boy, our main event, superhero TV shows. Some of the greatest. We're going to give our favorites, and then we're going to compile the ultimate list. All of that and so much more this week. Well, what are you waiting for? What are we waiting for? Let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test.
Test.
Call it again?
Convincing idiots.
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Caucasian.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
Brian Gen X.
And I'm Millennial Nick, and we're Convincing Idiots, a weekly podcast of three friends who represent three different generations who get together here each and every week to discuss all things nerd and pop culture. So, if you like all things nerd and pop culture, then you should treat yourself to go finding us on all of your favorite social media accounts. You could find that by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's Linkttree. And you can follow those links to be sure to interact with us on all the social media platforms in which you are on. You can also find links to where you can subscribe and listen to this podcast each and every week, as well as a link to our merch store, which has all kinds of wonderful nuggets for you to put on your wonderful body. And you can also find all that information and more on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This is episode 277 of Convincing Idiots. Brian, what are you drinking this evening to commemorate this momentous occasion?
Yeah, well, and hopefully people will put some of our nuggets on their body. I'll just add that to reiterate.
I'm always trying to put my nuggets on people's bodies.
Same thing as last week, probably same thing as next week. Conway's Irish Ale from the Great Lakes Brewing Company in
From here till April 1st,
Cleveland.
that's what Brian will be drinking from now
Yes,
till
pretty much.
April. Yep.
Pretty much. Absolutely. How about you, Dean? What do you got?
Oh, I'm just one of them Yinlings from just original Yinling. Tall boy here, classing up the joint.
Solid beer.
Is that 16 or 24 ouncer? Can't
16.
tell from the camera.
It's a pint.
16? Okay.
It's a pint.
All right.
It's one
Working
of
your
those
way up.
19-ounce cans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I was moved by Brian's choice last week, so this caught my eye at the local discount drug mart. Maggie's Irish Ale from Saugatuck Brewing in Michigan. So it's quite good. I like it. Got some honey in there. It's delicious.
You got some honey in you.
I do.
All sweet.
Not yet.
And
You're
stuff.
all the way over there.
Oh, here I come. I'm gonna have to get real close though. I got a small penis. So, boys,
Smooth
what are we
segue.
doing?
Okay, what's going on? We did 277.
This is wild.
Yeah,
We're doing
penis
like a
and Coke.
podcast and stuff.
yeah, crazy, man. Besides recommending your small penis, Dean, have you want to recommend
You should
anything?
always recommend my small penis.
Yeah, yeah. Anything you want to recommend? Seen, watched, read, heard anything over the past
Yeah.
weeks or? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I would. We actually, I took your recommendation. I was going to watch it anyways, but the Dead Man, whatever the Knives
Wake
Out,
Up Dead Man. Wake Up Dead Man.
Wake Up Dead
Mm.
Man. Yeah,
Mhm.
I
The
love that.
Undertaker documentary? Is that right?
Nope, that's a different one.
Okay.
That's just Dead Man. Yeah, I love that. I love his delivery of the character.
Mhm.
I love the whole. Just it's clever writing. It's I love the visuals on this one. Some of the lighting they did in some of his open arguments or whatever you want to call it. When he was trying to say who the killer was, they changed the lighting to give you kind of the mood. Like I noticed that kind of shit. That was cool.
Yeah.
It was really good of the franchise, so to speak. Yeah, highly
Absolutely.
recommend that one.
Very good. Nick?
What about it? Yeah, Nick.
Sorry, Dean.
And we're
No,
done.
no, it's all right.
No, you're done.
No, we didn't really want to know what you were.
I really haven't watched too much other than this is my recommendation. As you
Mhm.
guys know, I'm a long time dedicated, loyal fan and admirer of Hillary Duff. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Hillary Duff is coming out with her first new music since like 2012, I believe. And she performed her first concert on Sunday evening in London, kicking off her Small Rooms, Big Nerves mini tour. And some gentleman by the handle of like Chris J, I think, Travels Insta, was fortunate. It was so nice as to sit front row and film the entire thing and upload it to Instagram Reels in 4 parts. I watched all 1 hour and 10 minutes of it, and my heart was just a flutter. And so I strongly recommend finding that. Go on Instagram and find yourself some live Hillary Duff music footage and treat yourself, especially if you're a millennial. It's good times if you know that if you know those songs. Good times.
It does something. It does sound like
moved to
something I
tears.
would enjoy putting on mute and watching. Yeah.
You're gonna miss out on Disney classics that she sprinkled in there. So I mean, the set list is deep. A lot of B-sides.
Disney classics like A Whole New World.
The cup, no, like from Lizzie McGuire soundtracks.
Oh, that's right. She was a Disney
It
kid, wasn't
celebrates
she?
her entire catalog. It's just fantastic. But that's all I've been watching. My algorithm
Celebrates
is
is strong.
my algorithm right now is all Hilary Duff and Tate McRae, so it knows what it's doing. So that's it. I didn't watch anything though. No TV shows,
All right,
no
well,
movies.
I've got to ask though, Nick, what the hell is on your shirt?
My
It's
shirt
Venom.
Is
Venom.
that
Venom. It is
Chewbacca?
Venom. It's Venom, my friend.
Oh, okay.
That is Marvel supervillain Venom.
I mean, I don't think anybody's ever mistaken Chewbacca for Venom, but from the where the camera's at, it just has the top of his head, and it kind of looked like a top of Chewbacca. Does it kind of look like Chewbacca, or am I just seeing things?
You're done.
You're just seeing things.
All right.
Okay, we're
Great.
done.
Great
Put the
podcasting.
glasses on. Put the glasses on.
I know, right? Brian, you want to recommend anything?
Yeah, Sally and I on Monday we were off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we sat down in the afternoon and watched The Rip on Netflix. This is the new Ben Affleck, Matt Damon movie, exclusively for Netflix. Good movie. It's a cop thriller based on true events in Miami. So basically, the premise is it's like a drug task force, and they find drug money. That's what they don't really go after the drugs necessarily, but they rip the drug money from drug dealers. right? And they find, this particular house, they find a very big score. And it's this whole intrigue and temptation. Are they going to try to steal the money? Are they not going to try to steal the money? It's this whole inner working drama, this and that and the other. So very good, very entertaining. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon always work, partner well together in any movie, in my opinion. So
Do they kiss at all?
no,
No, I'm out.
but they
Damn.
both do have beards, which I think is the
okay.
first time in
All
movie
right.
history, I believe, that Ben
maybe
Affleck and Matt Damon both had full beards in the movie. So that was pretty exciting. Yeah.
Nick and I have full beards. We're not talking about on our face.
Yeah, living with them. Yes, indeed. No, so check that out. It's about 2 hours too, which is a nice. These days, a movie around 2 hours is actually pretty good runtime.
That's a little long. Yeah, for these days. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a little short for these days, really.
Back in my day, movies were not 90 minutes, 2 hours.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Just real fast, I'm reading a comic book series that I'm enjoying. There's a new Marvel Zombies series, just called Marvel Zombies. Again, they've had all kinds of iterations of this. This particular one is kind of based on the Secret Wars a little bit. They kind of blended some of the Secret Wars elements and Infinity Gauntlet and a few things, like Thanos becomes a zombie. All powerful, hard to stop, that type of thing. So they're kind of blending in some of their famous storylines into this zombie story. I'm on issue 4. I think it's issue 4 or 5. So if you like the Marvel Zombies, find the most recent series of Marvel Zombies. It'll probably be on one paperback type graphic novel, softcover graphic novel. I'm trying to say, probably in the near future as well. Yeah, like all 5 issues. So if you like that sort of thing, check it out. Great artwork, fun story. I love the Marvel Zombies in the comics.
Quick question, just a little quick. Do you prefer to buy comics in a series and have the individual comics, or do you prefer them in a collection like a book?
I guess it depends on the title. But if it's a series, I don't really necessarily have a preference, but these days, really, if you find an interesting story, it's definitely more economical to wait a little bit and just get it all in one book so you can read it there. So
yeah,
it's just so goddamn expensive. I mean, you get 5 or 6 titles, 5 or 6 books. I mean, you're talking
like $30.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know, man. So I was buying a lot more recently again that I'm like, I don't want to be spending, 40, 50, just can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then of course you have the whole storage thing. That's a whole other side of it.
I do. So. I like the graphic novels or the collections and the books just for storage purposes. And like, you can just pull them out and be like, oh, here's, I wanted to start reading Spider-Punk when they first came out with that. And then I just never got on with it until it was already over. And then by the time I found it somewhere, it was in a collection. So it was kind of like, it's nice to have it it's like 5 issues. So they're all together in one book.
Yeah. I'm thinking about exploring like some of the digital options, honestly. Maybe just do some digital options or read them on your tablet. And if you find something you really like, you could, of course, go back and buy the physical version a lot cheaper. So that might be a direction I wind up going here. Plus, obviously, you're not storing anything. You can just read it. That's it. You're done. And unless you want to buy it for some reason, you think it's going to be, make money someday or who knows.
Yeah. But, or if you reread them or something, it's probably worth it to have it.
Right. But you have access to it on the electronically though too. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Gwyneth Paltrow in social media news here, guys.
What products is she selling that smell like her vagina now?
Nothing like that actually, but a fan recently asked her, maybe next time, how does she manage anxiety? She gave her approach to it. So one thing that she mentioned specifically,
telling people things that smell like her vagina.
Yeah, that's one way to
makes sense.
That's one way to keep the stress levels down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I do.
But one of the things she mentions though is that she yells at bushes.
Yeah, her vagina.
I don't think she meant
How do you
that.
smell it?
Yeah. She addressed her
No?
mental
No?
health. Yeah, so she goes out, yells. You could yell at bushes, and you release the stress, and that's just one way that she manages stress. So,
Huh.
yeah. So I don't know if you have any more
That's a
comments on
good.
that,
I
but
was,
I'm
yeah.
interested in a way that you in particular. So you can comment on the way she manages stress if you wish here. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you have something in particular that might be unusual or not that you're just kind of your go-to in helping manage stress?
I
Nick?
respect the screaming at bushes, but I find it's very effective to just scream at my kids. That's
Yeah.
probably the best way to alleviate my personal tension is
And like
to
a bush, they don't talk
traumatize
back.
them. Right?
They
Yeah.
don't talk
Yeah.
back unless they've been
Right.
hot.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
But they get
Mhm.
yelled at some more, and then you relieve more stress. It's kind
Yeah.
of like it's a perfect circle, really.
Yeah. It really is. Yeah. Self-serving.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, in reality, I mean, it's very cliche and it's very common to say, but like I feel like the most productive way to relieve stress is probably like to like work out, whether it's like running or lifting
Hmm.
something, just get it out that way. It's also good for you,
Yes.
so it's just kind of like a healthy both physical and mental flush, right?
When do
Uh-huh.
you hope to see results on either side?
That also is just it recycles
Just gonna
the
keep going
bad
around.
behavior. It's like nothing's happening here, and then you're still stressed, and then you're
Yeah.
going to do that, but nothing happens there, which in turn feeds the stress because nothing's changing, and it's
Right.
just
Right.
yeah, it's all yeah, a downward spiral. It's a black hole of
Mhm.
nothingness.
That's right.
Just like this podcast. Dane, what do you do to relieve your stress?
Mhm.
Well, I'm a man. I don't do anything.
Debatable. Okay.
I I I I stuff all of the stress and anger down inside and just
Mm.
expect to die by 55. Like a real man.
Okay.
All right.
No, I'm joking. I masturbate a lot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Brian,
And
what do
that
you
is
do?
not a joke. I know he delivered it like a joke, but it's not.
Yeah. Yep. Little too TMI, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it was two on the nose.
No, I hurt my shoulder, so I can't. I ruined my I you guys know I'm gonna have shoulder surgery, and
She
so
must have really been twerking on that thing. Need a rotator cuff.
no, it ruined my sex life.
Mm.
Yeah.
And not the fact that I use my right hand; it's the fact that my girlfriend won't fuck a cripple. So
At least not the one that she's living with. You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
Oh, yeah.
She has a thing for Stephen Hawking.
Well, I've heard she enjoys like a certain three-legged man. I don't know what she was talking about, but yeah.
Hey, wait a minute! Isn't that your nickname? How dare you?
Kickstand. Yep. For me, I'm similar to Nick. Physical activity is always good. Like you say, walking, going to the gym, that type of deal. Just being outside. Of course, you can't do that now, but in the nice
You
weather,
can.
you can.
Sure.
You can be outside. That
Can.
is true. It's not very. It's conducive to
Not
enjoying
this
the
weekend.
outdoors right now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely a big cold front coming in. Yeah, that's a couple things. And then as far as music wise, if I put on like light '70s music, yacht rock type stuff, that for me just that calms her right down as well. Just that easy listening stuff. It gets you in a better mood.
In all seriousness, I don't.
Mhm.
I mean, while you guys were talking about that, I don't think I have anything. Like I listen to music,
Mhm.
even if I go work out or like nothing. Like I don't find any of that stress relieving. I don't know what I do to actually relieve stress. No matter
Mm.
if I listen to music, if I masturbate, I smoke a cigarette, I drink beer, I don't. I've never like done something that's like, ah, I can breathe. I'm getting all the junk out of my head. I don't. Is that bad?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
that's weird. Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably not great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should see
Yeah.
somebody.
Something. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
who you should go see? I was gonna
Who?
say ultimate bad mood buster.
Uh-huh.
Take yourself down to our local Burger King on Manchester Road and order
Yeah.
something in the evening time. And there's a guy named Gordon that works there. His name tag says G. He's the nicest man in the world. He will always put you in a good mood. Promise.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
I'll go talk to
That's
Gordon.
not even a bit. That's a real thing.
Sure. All right.
On Manchester Road,
Uh-huh. Yep.
across
Gee.
from the Acme over there.
Yep.
Okay.
I
All
was telling
right.
him how much I appreciate him the other night, and he's just the nicest man in the world. He has a small fan club at my work where we have bonded over knowing who he is and everybody. Like, I have closer Burger Kings, but I go to that one because he works
Hmm.
there. And I told him that.
See, I don't know. There's a lot of times that you find people like nice and pleasant and stuff, and I just find them annoying.
Not this guy. No, you would not.
Really? All right.
Yeah, or
I'll
if you
give it a
did, I'd
shot.
never fucking talk to you again.
All right. Well, we're probably on the verge of that anyway. So, all right. I'll give Gordon a shot.
He's the
All
best.
right. Shout out to Gordon.
Mhm.
What the
Burger
fuck
King,
were we
Manchester
talking
Road,
about?
Akron,
That's right.
Ohio.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you relieve stress? That was the
Oh,
question.
that's right.
Yeah.
Go
All right.
CG.
Yep.
You'll know as soon as he comes over the intercom on the drive-through because he's just the nicest man in the world. You'll be able to tell the tone of his voice before you even meet him.
All right.
Yep.
So if I do that, and I'll ask him, and I will say I've heard of him and how
Yeah.
nice he is. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. Well, one way to relieve stress for some is to take in a good movie or TV show. So we've been talking in our group chat over the last day or so about some upcoming movie trailers and shows. Doomsday. I don't know if you've seen all the teaser trailers for Doomsday featuring X-Men, Captain America, Thor. I shouldn't say Captain America, Steve Rogers, I should say, really.
Sure. Yeah, it's not.
All intriguing. Dean shared today the new Masters of the Universe live action movie trailer. That looks like a lot of fun. And I didn't know they were making this, a Darth Maul series on Disney Plus by the creators of the Clone Wars. So just thinking about these trailers for these upcoming shows and movies here. Of course, there's other stuff coming out here too. What are you the most excited to see coming up here soon? Anything in particular? Any of those? Anything else we did not mention? The new Spider-Man movie? Anything? What are you most looking forward to?
That got leaked too.
What?
The
whole movie?
New Day? No, just the trailer for the new Spider-Man leaked.
The brand new day?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay.
Looks good. Mm-hmm. I mean, Doomsday really is kind of it for. I mean, just the scale of it and how big it is, and you get all the people. I think that's probably up there for me, as in like excitement level. But yeah, the Spider-Man. I'm excited about, but He-Man looks fun. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be this mind-blowing film experience, but it's Masters of the Universe. It's He-Man. I'm excited to see that.
I'll bet that does well.
I
bet
hope
that
so.
does well. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who is it?
Well,
is it Jared Leto that's doing?
Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, and I think it serves well to people, fans of that franchise, that like there's not a ton of He-Man stuff. I mean, Netflix did like a rebooted series a few years back, but other than that, it's not like other properties with Marvel and Star Wars and things that are constantly having content come. So like, if you're a fan of He-Man and that's a big part of your childhood, this is pretty cool because this is the first movie you've gotten of this since like the 80s, and it's not really been.
Yeah, when was Dolph Lundgren? Early 90s, maybe,
or maybe 90s. Okay,
yeah, maybe early 90s.
In any event, 30 plus years, right?
I get my fix. Because every time I go for Bond and Bourbon night at Brian's, he's dressed exactly like He-Man when I come in with a wig and He rides. He makes me get down on all fours and calls me Battle Cat. I don't mind it really. It's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the drunker he gets to the night, he just starts calling you Battle Pussy. Yep. Getting angry. Stop.
He sticks it in and he screams, "I have the power."
Stop saying that. Like that. No, but like I said, it's not. You're not getting a ton of it, so it's kind of it gives people who are fans of that property like a lot to be excited about because
Yeah.
like you haven't had anything like this for a long time.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
I'm
stuff
excited
coming out
about
this. Go ahead.
I was just
Oh.
reiterating that I was excited about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Doomsday for me as well. Like you say, just
Yep.
the scale of it, and to see all the multiverse characters, everybody's gonna lose their mind, including myself, and seeing Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Set up the Secret Wars right for next year. Definitely excited about the brand new day. Spider-Man, I think it's a great chapter in that character. Back on the street, fighting some of the classic villains and stuff. I
And you get
that's going to
Punisher
be great.
with him.
Yeah, that's just going to be great. But yeah, just like you say, from a fun level, that Masters of the Universe looks good. It'd be a fun summertime flick. Other stuff later in the year. We'll talk more about that as we go. But haven't seen any trailers for some of the other stuff down the road just yet. So,
Yeah,
and
like
by the way,
that Odyssey's coming.
Yeah.
Supposed to be like epic, so that
Right,
should
yeah.
be cool.
Insane cast in that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And by the way, the first Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren, 1987.
Wow.
Gentlemen.
Holy
Jesus.
shit! Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That was
38
awesome.
years.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. First yeah, He-Man films in 38 years. That's a long time.
That is wild.
Mhm.
I am the most excited for Spider-Man just because nothing Spider-Man has ever really let me down. Like they've always been good. I mean, they're just, so that's always exciting. But as far as trailers that I saw today, I am certainly the most excited for the Darth Maul series.
Sure.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
gonna be
wanting
good.
something like that for since always. And my only thing was, I mean, in my own head, my perfect world, I was hoping for maybe a live action like Dark
Right.
series. Not to say this isn't going to be dark, and actually, like from the trailer, it looks like it's certainly, you know what I mean. It's going to deliver. I have no doubt in that because
Mhm.
the Clone Wars was a great series as well. So just because it's animated doesn't mean it's this campy kid thing. You know what I mean? I think it'll certainly like obviously for kids as well. Star Wars is kind of one of those things for everybody, but I still think it'll deliver. But I was in my, like I said, with the Darth Maul content that I've been kind of in my own head trying to manifest has always been like a very dark themed, very serious, like live action kind of thing. But I'm super pumped to get a series about Darth Maul.
Yeah, it's gonna be badass.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's such a cool character in the first movie, and I was shocked that they killed him like that, or at least apparently
Right.
killed him and done. Never made, as we know, never made another appearance in any of the movies.
Kick-ass
So,
merchandise
think-
sold, 6 speaking lines, cut in half done.
But I think that's going to be some of the issue with stuff like that is you had to have watched the Clone Wars, to know that he was alive and how he became alive. Hell, there was so much confusion in Solo when he came up at the end of the movie.
Dude, spoilers. You gotta warn people.
But yeah, there was so much confusion of people that didn't see the Clone Wars that saw that and are like, wait a minute. He died in like the
I saw
original.
him cut in half. What
Right.
the hell? Yeah.
So I think you're still going to have that. I mean, did Solo get people to go back and watch Clone Wars? Hopefully, but regular, average people probably maybe didn't. So you're still going to have that confusion. So they're making these, in my opinion, for the hardcore fans who know the story, who follow along, that understand what had happened, in the story. So I think when you're looking at numbers, is it going to do well? It's going to do well comparative to what the Clone Wars did. You know what I mean? You're not going to get mainstream audiences. I think that's going to be for the hardcore fans, I think. Which is fine. I mean, you need that. You need to feed that base. If you just keep doing cookie cutter shit like the sequel trilogy, you're gonna piss off, and those hardcore fans will lash out. and you'll just get stuck with the mainstream fans, and that's that doesn't pay the bills. So you got to give them. What a Hollywood star say when making movies? You make one for them, one for you, as in like one for the studio, big blockbuster things. Then you could go make your indie film. That takes care of your creative itch. So I think that's probably a good way to go about it. Is one for us, one for them, one for us, one for them.
Is it
Yeah.
confusing for you guys when they keep coming out with these different series and they're on all these different timelines of the Star Wars universe where they go back and forth, or not really? Do you like to
No,
see
because
you like to see them and enhance that timeline some?
no, I'm a nerd. I follow enough to know where they're at in the timeline. Hell, that's kind of the fun. Half the fun for me is trying to figure out, what would be happening at this moment. While they're here, where in the Clone Wars is, or whatever. I'd have to see more of this to know what timeline it is. What's happening while this is happening. It's kind of fun. I like that.
Okay.
I also think they do a good enough job explain. Like, I think they always keep in mind that, like, okay, yes, this fits into a specific timeline or a place and time with this story, but they do a good job of giving you a standalone story. Like, this is we
Yeah.
need to be able to wrap this up in a bow for everybody. So, here's the
Right.
beginning to the middle to the end of this chapter of time, this story.
Well, kind of like in the Ahsoka series, you got that cameo from Luke,
Mhm.
right? That episode or whatever with Luke, and that kind of gives you, he was dressed in the black, and you knew he was after Return Luke, so it kind of gives you that, and they do that with these films. So like they'll give you a little clip of, or a cameo from somebody, like, oh, okay, that they look like they did in X period of time. So it does help you visually and mentally understand where we're at in the timeline.
Sure.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
You sound excited.
I am so excited.
I just can't hide it.
I am about to lose control, but you know what? Yep. I think I like it.
All right.
Oh, I dropped my paper.
Well, one thing that a lot of people like, gentlemen, protein these days.
Well, that was close.
Yeah, close.
Did you say Nick?
Yes, I did.
People like me, right?
Yeah. I think right.
So all these places now, there's all these protein this and protein that. Dunkin' Donuts is now jumping on the protein drink bandwagon, gentlemen. So there's 5 new drinks that's being advertised by with a partnership of Megan Thee Stallion. So this past January the 7th, the donut chain introduced protein milk to menus, along with 5
doesn't
new.
milk already have protein in it?
Yeah, I guess it's extra. I don't know how that
Oh,
works. I really don't
all
know.
right.
I'm not sure. Don't ask how they put it in. Right?
I don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. But there's also 5 new drinks that feature the ingredients. So there's a mango protein refresher, a strawberry protein refresher, caramel chocolate iced protein latte, almond iced protein matcha latte, and iced protein latte with sugar-free vanilla. So what is your stance on the protein intake craze? Are you seeking ways to take in protein to build up muscle, that type of thing?
This too will pass.
Are you willing to try some of these drinks, or is it like just another ridiculous fad and a way to just sell more coffee and whatever? So, Dean, go ahead. What do you think?
It is a fad. You have protein shakes, you have protein milk, you have protein this, you have protein bars, you have protein that.
Protein everything. Jeez.
Yes. I don't even know what the fuck actually protein does for you. I when I was a kid, you get protein by eating eggs or some shit. Now protein this, protein that. I don't know, and I don't care. It's a fad and it'll pass. It's just like fucking kale or whatever horse shit. They're going to tell you something is good for you next week, and I'll wait for that so I can not eat that too.
Mhm.
Why do I need extra in my coffee? Give me black coffee with the fucking caffeine in it. Give me a
Yep.
cigarette and leave me the fuck alone.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Better keep that goddamn ball out of the yard too while you're at it. You know what I mean? Nick,
You see ball in my yard? I just
Where's that
want
ball?
to know any rumors. Protein is not. I mean, I get what you're saying about the protein fad, but protein is in itself is not a fad and has always been good for you.
No, I know
that is true.
I'm not saying that
I didn't
protein's
mean the
made up.
type of protein, taking in more protein. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
no.
saying.
The way you said
Yeah.
it, you're like, they'll come up with some other fad. Like protein's not real.
No, I
Protein's
didn't mean
always
it that
been
way. I
very
know that
real and
protein
very
is a
good for
thing.
you.
I'm saying
Like
it's
those
being
beef
promoted
talons.
in everything you have.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that sentiment. The funny thing is like, yes, okay, and like I always say it's from a business standpoint, it's always good to extend your catalog and have more options for people, right? Because you're not only are you offering different products, but you might be appealing to a different type of customer base, in which you as say Dunkin' Donuts in this case is not typically getting maybe some of the more health nuts, we'll say, or what health nut is. If you're
They're
a
not
health nut,
leaving
you're not going.
they're not
You're not
leaving the
going to
gym
Dunkin' Donuts.
to get a cream stick.
Right, but like the thing with protein though is like it's only good for you if you use
Exercise,
it like
right.
for you,
If
and
you
like you
can't
can't
just
just
eat it, it's just
have
extra weight, isn't it?
protein. It's just like it's not
Mm.
gonna do. You can't. I mean, I guess if you're looking to bulk, then yes, more and more protein. But like,
If I'm
then
looking at bulk, I'll just
if you
eat
don't
the
once you
whatever else
bulk,
is at Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah, if you're not like sculpting, then you're not. It's not quite what people. I think sometimes it gets passed off as like, oh, protein is just like this will make me more muscular or whatever. It's like
Right.
no, protein is
Right.
there to help with your recovery and to give you energy during your workouts and things like that. So some that part is maybe a bit of a fad, or maybe some people, like I said, they just kind of cut to like thinking that protein is just inherently good and it's
Right.
like some wonder thing you put in your body and it's going to like make you healthier, and that's not necessarily the case. But it is. I mean, it obviously is. Regardless of what Dean has told you, protein has always been real and good for you. But I do find it funny though that like I said, it's a good thing to like offer different products and things like that. But people who are probably looking to get more protein, or they're probably going to do it in a more traditional way than hitting up Dunkin' Donuts. But that's not to say that it's a bad thing. All you can do is offer it. People don't have to buy it if they don't want to, or they can get their protein from cleaner sources if they would like. But I would say, yeah, partnering up with like Megan the Stallion, putting a face on it, and here's a protein line and whatever is obviously comes off a little gimmicky, and it is. They're trying to move the product, but
Sure.
I mean, nothing wrong with putting more options out there for people. Who knows? If you wanted, cup of coffee and you grab yourself a little protein matcha from Dunkin' Donuts, then there you go. Two birds, one stone, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Go ahead.
no. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I was just going to say that I'm just exhausted by the gimmicks.
Mm.
It's just it's a money grab here, money grab there. It's all about just.
You know why you're so tired is because you're eating all this protein and not working it off. And
That's
it's just
true.
sitting on you.
See,
Mm-hmm.
You're not using it for you.
and I'm wasting all my money on this protein when I should be saving all my money by going to Blake Insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Because, gentlemen, the Blake Insurance
This week
Group.
he's going to tell us Blake Insurance Agency is also a shtick and is a gimmick, and Aaron Blake is trying to tell you what you.
There's no fad here. This is saving you money all year round, every day, all day. Because the Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency right here in Barberton, Ohio, offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need home, auto, business, or even life insurance, give Aaron a call. He'll treat you with the honesty, respect that you deserve. Even you, Nick. Call Aaron Blake the Blake Insurance Group at 234-571-5359, or find them online at blakeinsurancellc.com for your free 5-minute quote today.
Fresh off a birthday yesterday.
Fresh
Yeah.
off, yeah,
Mr. Aaron
birthday
Blake. Fresh
boy.
off a
Mhm.
birthday. Yep.
It looks like he's getting younger.
That's
Doesn't
right.
it? Every year it just gets younger.
Happy birthday to Aaron. Brian and I love you,
Yes.
even though Dean gives you shitty ad reads all the time.
Right.
Yeah, well, I still love him.
Tell Aaron you're looking for the protein special. He'll
That's
know
right.
exactly what that is.
Yeah.
He'll know exactly what it is. Yeah, I
You wanna
keep
know
trying
what
to
happened
convince.
when I said that to him? Never mind.
Well, I keep trying to convince Sally that having more protein on her is healthy. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I'm just, just working on that angle.
The small and Nick's back is so healthy right now. So healthy.
Yep. Hey, like you said, it's a creative business model. If we could just put more of this protein milk in drinks and people come in and buy them, do your research, folks.
Gotta start tricking people into being healthy by putting protein in their fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
That's right.
You go in the back of
Here,
the Dunkin'.
so you don't die at 38. Eat this.
Guarantee
in the
people's
back-
buying a protein drink and a donut. Guarantee that's happening out there. Yeah.
The
go
cookbook
ahead.
in the back of Dunkin' Donuts is to serve men.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's
Like the Twilight Zone. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, guys. And I was going to
Finish the show, but now you're not.
No.
Fuck, I'm done.
No, I did see. Like the creator of the Dilbert cartoon passed away. Like maybe we'll talk about him. Then I reread his story. I'm like, nah, nope.
Was he a shitty guy?
Yeah, I kinda forgot.
Gilbert got canceled a
forgot
few years
about
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
What for? What made him shitty? Let's talk about it.
He did not have some very nice things to say about black people. I'll just say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy.
okay.
It's not funny.
I won't even say what he was saying. You can
Yeah, I
look
was
it
gonna
up.
say.
Picturing the character
No.
of Dilbert being mildly racist in his office in a comic strip. It's just
just like, wow. Okay. Yeah. No wonder he got canceled pretty quickly,
Yeah.
So, I mean, the poor man suffered and died of prostate. It was pretty bad, pretty painful death, apparently. But I did enjoy the comic strip Once Upon a Time, but not the creator and his views at the end. I'll say
Okay.
that. So there you go. There you
All
go.
right.
So that's it.
That's it.
I guess we did talk about it. So
Yep.
Just in the ground, Dilbert creator. There you go.
yeah, that's right.
He did.
That's
He
right.
did.
Yep.
He died.
All right, guys,
Hey,
we're gonna take a break and have some nice protein beers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I got one right here.
Yes, we'll come back with our main topic, and Nick's going to tell you all about that right after this.
Don't move a muscle.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
Four, 3.
Wait a minute. I do have a question.
Sure.
When we say superhero, does it have to be a hero, or can it be just a superhero thing, someone with superpowers? Could you use a supervillain show?
Yeah, you could. You could say superpower. Change it to that.
Okay.
Well, live action.
Live action
Shows
it's easier to
featuring a
say
superpowered
or
being or beings or
Okay,
something like that.
I think if you said superheroes, you would understand that the
I
villains
feel
are
like
included.
because it
Yeah, that's
exists
fine.
in the superhero universe.
I think it'd be
so
fine.
I don't have to get too. I just wanted to make sure with you guys that was part of the thing or not. I assumed it would be, but I wasn't sure.
If somebody
okay.
argues it online, we can tell them to suck our dick or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did, by the way, get a very nice message from someone on Instagram the other day.
Yeah?
You did?
Like 2 mornings ago. Yeah, got a message on our Instagram and said that he wanted to reach out and say that he's really been enjoying the show and he enjoys the nerdy pop culture debate and likes what we do or whatever. It's very just kind of
Wow.
like complimentary and was really enjoying it. I said, well, thank you very much. We, really appreciate that. Appreciate you, giving it a listen and, hope you continue to enjoy or something like that, So
Well, that's
it
cool.
wasn't the first time. And I was waiting. I got the message and I was like, well, I'm going to respond. And then I was waiting for the follow up and being like,
Right.
I'm in this and like, you should, whatever. And I was
Right.
wondering if you'd be, and I was like, this is like a fishing thing, but they never did. So I think
Well,
it was
that's
just like
Nice.
literally somebody just being like, I found this podcast. I liked it. Like, good job, kind of thing.
That's cool.
So that was nice.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, the two videos. So the TikTok one for Iron Maiden that we got.
Yes.
Definitely, that was like about 500 views, 400 and something. That was higher than average. Certainly, a lot of people like that sentiment with Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And we got a decent amount on Motorhead on YouTube short.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, keep trying, keep working on it.
I mean, but that also tells you, I mean, let's, every few episodes, let's try to get to a music situation.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a question. I don't know if I put it in our list yet or not, but I saw some guy ask these questions randomly on, whatever, Facebook Reels and this and that. But it was name a band where every member is a master of his instrument or her.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one a lot. So we could put that one in a week or two or something like that. But as a consideration anyway. All right,
sure,
sweet,
sure.
Okay,
count me in again. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry,
I ruined my best count in, but
I had backwards flawlessly that time. You know how many times I had to practice that?
Right. Second best coming in 5, 4, 3, 2. Damn it. 1.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to Convincing Idiots. I'm Millennial Nick alongside Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. This is episode 277's final segment. And this evening, we are going to be coming up with our official Convincing
official.
Mm-hmm.
Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore
official.
of all-time favorite live-action TV series featuring superheroes, superpowered beings, anything in a superhero universe or context. So again, we are going to be each submitting 3 of our favorite live-action television series that feature some type of superhero aspect, putting them forward, and then we're going to discuss them. We're going to discuss them, hash them out, and figure out which ones deserve one of the 5 ever so coveted spots on the Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore. So why don't we start with Dean this week? Dean, do you have a live-action superhero TV show you'd like to submit? Or actually, all 3. Give us all 3. We'll go around and say all 3. So Dean,
all right.
Fucking do it now. Go. 1, 2, 3. Bam, 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 bam. Go.
Loki. Goddamn Loki is my number 1. Number 2, The Boys. And number 3, from the early 2000s, Heroes from NBC.
Oh, man. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll wait to give it all when it's time.
Okay.
Nick, what about you? Let's hear your 3.
Here we go. 3 coming up. First submission is Peacemaker. Second submission is WandaVision.
Yeah.
Third submission, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Superheroes. Brian, 3 submissions. Give it.
Oh, okay. I've got The Boys
Hurry
also. The Boys also, Dean. Daredevil. And classic 1977, The Incredible Hulk, gentlemen.
Lou Ferrigno, Incredible Hulk?
Lou Ferrigno. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got one overlapping, and that is The Boys, correct? For the both of you?
Dean and I both picked The Boys.
Tell me why The Boys is so good.
For The Boys? Go ahead.
Okay. To me, The Boys is the opposite of everything that you're expecting from a superhero TV show. I'd heard that phrase before I watched it. I'm like, sure, I'll give it a shot. but from literally the opening scene, it drops your jaw to the floor,
Yeah.
and you don't pick it up for 5 years. You know what I mean? It is it's fun, it's exciting, it's cringeworthy at a lot of times. It shows what superpowers would be like in real life, so to speak.
Mhm.
And it gives a, I want to say a real perspective, but like real enough perspective of what we would be like as a society if a lot of people had these powers, and what it would do to another human being to have such powers. Would it corrupt you? Would it, would you do good? That sort of thing. I think it shows, and it shows the humanity in a superhero or super villain. And to me, I'm so intrigued by that idea, that thought, because all of us has thought at one time or another, oh, we even asked each other, hell, probably on the show, if you had a superpower, what would it be? But then if you like get into the nitty gritty of that, it's like, wow, what would it do to you mentally to have such powers? And this show shows you. And it's funny, it's exciting, it gives you the whole gamut of emotions. So to me, it's one of the better things on TV, let alone superhero genre. So
Yeah.
yep, there's my pitch for the boys. Brian, you got anything to add?
I agree with what you're saying here. You're right. You ever watch The Boys, Nick,
Never seen a
on
second of it.
Prime?
Nope.
What
First
I would get
scene.
yeah. If you take, I mean, literally 5 minutes, 5 minutes into the first episode, if after that you're like, that really will define it right there. You're either going to continue to watching or you will not. It's
Literally,
really shot out of a fucking cannon.
yeah, like within the
But
first couple
go
minutes,
ahead.
I'm no joke. Out of the first couple minutes, my reaction was, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
And I literally said out loud, "Okay, I'm hooked. Let's go."
yeah, right.
To anyone in particular, or just in an empty room?
I was by myself. I was by myself.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
hooked.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, dude, again, to understand that you have to see that opening scene,
Yeah.
and from like seasons later where the stretchy dick, and like there's just so many great things in that series.
The guy that could shrink himself and went up the guy's anus and all
Yeah.
this. I was every season they continue to kind of top themselves in some of the craziest violent deaths and different things that's going on there. But
And
I
Homelander could be such a generic bad guy, but
yeah
that dude, I don't even remember what his name is, but that dude, that actor, it's
yeah
just incredible.
yeah.
Like the facials of like a psychopath. It's so amazing.
So I think I know who that is. I've seen the gifs online or
But
whatever.
you've seen him enough, yeah.
I thought he was AI or like a clay face. Like he doesn't look
Right.
real. Like his
Right.
face is weird as shit. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't look like a normal, like not believable as a human.
Yeah.
Nick, do yourself a favor, seriously.
Yeah.
Start watching this. Once you do, yeah, I'm telling you, I know you. I know the kind of shit you like, the awful shit you like, and I don't mean like awful isn't bad, like horrible,
Sense
like
of humor. Yeah.
humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be in love with the show. I guarantee you.
Yeah, and like you said, Dean, it really is it's believable in the sense of if people were, if they acquired these powers, what could really happen? It's corporations to make, working with them to make money, setting up fake, situations in order to promote them on social media and make movies and money. And they really have superpower. They really could do good. They really
Oh yeah,
could
all of them.
use their powers to help mankind, but that's not what they're there for. They're there to work for this corporation, make money. Some, of course, take the approach of I'm going to use my powers for good. It's a whole, uprising and this and that and the other. But you're right, man. That the Homelander is arguably one of the greatest superhero villains. Period.
Absolutely.
In any movie or television show, hands down, he will make the list. No question about it.
Yep.
No question about it. Like you said, whenever any scene he's in, it's uneasy.
And
Because he could, if he wanted to kill
at any
anybody around
time,
him, everybody,
at
he could
any
just
time.
kill him. He's like there's Superman, Nick. I
Yep.
mean, he's
Oh, okay.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is how do they stop Homelander? He has to be the guy they find a way to stop. This is the final season coming up here, and it's all going to lead to that pinnacle,
Showdown.
as
Yeah.
the showdown of Homelander and everything like that. Plus the actors and everything it's just fantastic. So very dark humor, all that stuff. So I can go on and on. So just
Butcher is fantastic.
oh man, fantastic. So it's hard to argue if you haven't seen it, Nick. So if you want, we could put it to the side for now. But it's
Yeah.
definitely two
Yeah, we'll put it off to
strong
the side.
cases. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick, do you have one you want to fight? You want to not fight for, make an argument for?
It sounds like, now, like I said, I've never seen anything of the boys, but it sounds like it's in the same vein as Peacemaker. And I enjoy Peacemaker because of just kind of it like you said about the boys, it kind of strikes me as there's a realness to it. It's almost like, a lot of like superhero things are they take place in a maybe a little bit more of a black and white setting. There's good guys, there's bad guys, and it's very there's a formulaic, there's a certain way these things go, and Peacemaker is just something different, and definitely, a lot of superhero things are for kids and all ages. Peacemaker is very not, and is overtly violent and hilarious and funny. So I like Peacemaker because it's just kind of a different kind of superhero show that I had never really seen before. It follows in line with what the Suicide Squad was, which he's originally from. But and again, we've talked about it, I think, in past episodes, but John Cena, like, who knew? Like, who would have thought that he
Right.
would have been so good at this, and such a good comedic actor, which he absolutely fucking nails. And he also, in Peacemaker, has had many times where he, you feel a lot. He's a good actor. Like, you feel
Vulnerable.
remorse for him. You feel, yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I enjoy it because it's not a typical superhero show. It's he's not exactly a good guy all the way. I
Right.
mean, he's definitely got his issues.
It's a guy searching for redemption.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
really the series.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's why I put Peacemaker on mine. It's just kind of something a little different, outside the box, and
I don't hate it.
I enjoy
don't hate
it. I love that show. So
I love that show too. The soundtrack's fantastic too. That's the other element, the James Gunn element. Clearly he's a big. One thing I picked up on last season, Nick, was that the band in the alternate universe, the Beatles' popular band, was Halloween. That was mentioned.
Oh, really?
Halloween is kind of an obscure '80s metal band. So James Gunn clearly, or somebody.
Oh no, he's a huge metal fan, especially like Norwegian metal or whatever country that a lot of these bands are from. Like, yeah, he's a huge fan.
So that's cool. That adds that cool element to it. Go ahead.
You can go back and listen to the Peacemaker podcast, which he hosts, that recaps each episode from this past season, and he explains his love for these obscure rock metal bands from the 80s. It's pretty cool.
Okay,
very good. All right. Well, I'm going to make a go ahead, Dean. Go ahead.
No, I was actually going to ask you, Brian. That who do you want to argue?
I'll make a case for Daredevil, gentlemen. So Daredevil started on Netflix in 2015, 3 seasons. Of course, it came back this past year with Daredevil Born Again, brought back all the original cast, Charlie Cox. As far as casting of any recent live action superhero, it's hard to argue that there's better than Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock Daredevil. I mean, there's some as good. I'm not saying he's the best. Like Tom Holland as Peter Parker is great. There's definitely well casted, but I don't know that. After seeing Charlie Cox in that role, he in my mind is up there
with Ben Affleck.
That's not even fucking remotely close. But Robert Downey Jr. played the role of Iron Man so well, Tony Stark. Right now, if you try to recast Daredevil with somebody other than Charlie Cox, I think you would have a hard time. And we've talked about him on this episode and in other episodes, but in this podcast, other episodes, I'm trying to say. But even just his acting in portraying a blind man, he has that down very well. How he can, he's a believable blind person as far as that's right. He's got the sunglasses. No, I'm kidding. But he could look away and not look people in the eye as he's talking and all that. But just how they portray the character is believable in the sense of if it was a dude without super strength or whatever out there fighting people, he would get the fucking shit kicked out of him and survive often on just will and strength. And in many episodes, he's just fucking beat up. It's
Sure.
So the choreographing's great, the storylines are intriguing. Kingpin is fantastic. Just
Vincent
everything.
D'Onofrio was
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Just so good. That's another one. It's perfectly cast as Kingpin, really, in my opinion. So just very entertaining. It's just one of those shows that I can't wait to see the next episode when it's on. They're going to have another season and everything else here. So all the way around, storyline, casting, how it's shot, the fight scenes are incredible. It's just thoroughly, thoroughly entertaining. And I would definitely make an argument it's one of the best ever. Okay, Dean?
All right. Well, I want to take a side quest real quick and explain that there's nothing in this world that tickles me more than when Brian gets actually angry and defensive. He's one of the cooler, more calmer gentlemen I've ever known in my life. But like when you bring up Ben Affleck compared in the Daredevil to drop the fuck bomb, as hard as he did in anger, nothing tickles me more in my life.
I know how you feel. That's how I feel when someone refers to Batman as George Clooney. I see red. I'm like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, it was like an
there's
immediate
a million other good
examples. The fucking switch was flipped. Nothing tickles me more.
You want me to send it a step further? And I'm not saying this to try to make you mad, but it will infuriate you. I am pretty out on the character of Daredevil because of those movies. That's how I know the character. Because they were so bad, I've never been remotely interested in take any Daredevil content because I'm just like, I see those movies in my head and I'm just like, it's the same with like Green Lantern. I'm just like, here's just a character that like because of what I have seen of it, rightly or wrongly, of this portrayal, I'm just kind of out on the character. It spikes zero interest in me.
That makes sense, and honestly, that's why this is why it's so good too. Because you're right. The movies were such a disaster, right? That to come back from that and have something that's like gets people interested in that character and can forget about those movies unless you're kind of making fun of them, which of course they do in the newer, like the Deadpool movie and everything else, right? So, that it makes you forget about it. When you can go back now, they're on Disney now in the whole Disney library. Watch the first season, and now the second season they get into Punisher. I think it's second season the Punisher makes his first appearance. That's like a whole other level when the Punisher makes it appear. But first, just very solid. Give it a couple episodes.
Okay.
Give it a couple episodes. See if you don't get hooked on it. And if you don't, okay. So,
all right. So I want to make an argument, boys. It's my turn to convince you that Loki should be on this list.
Good one.
You both have brought up the idea of, like Brian said, a series where you can't wait for the next episode. Loki was brilliant at that. At the end of every fucking episode, you were hooked. I mean, you had to. I can't wait. Damn it! Why is this not streaming? Why can't you binge this whole thing? You really were vested in these characters and the story. So it has that. And like Nick said about Peacemaker, it's the redemption arc. You took a villain from another
Sure.
property, and you can't just go, hey, he's a good guy, let's do this show. No, you have to explain the burden of the character first, and then you can start to mold and change and redeem this character. And I think Loki did that brilliantly. And hell, you had Loki, the big bad of a whole, the whole saga, the whole first, part of Marvel was Loki
Sure.
was the big bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had like these small moments here and there with him and Thor, but for the most
Yeah,
part,
there
like
were moments where you didn't know where you were like, I'm confused. Like, is he actually like being
right,
shifty, or is he? You see these little glimpses
right.
of like humanity in him, or remorse, or like that. There's something there. But yeah, there's a lot of
But
it in the beginning
for
where you don't know how to feel about him.
yeah, but for the most part, that he was the bad guy, right? He was like, he was before Thanos, right? So it took some balls. Yeah, I get that the actor can pull it off, and the story's going to be great, but just the concept of taking the main villain and making him one of those beloved to where we're looking forward to Doomsday to see him again, so we can see him fight on the side of the Avengers. I think that took balls, and they did it brilliantly. The show was well cast throughout all the seasons. Girl Loki
Mhm.
uh, was brilliant.
Kang was great.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, before the downfall, right? I mean, it got us ready for the Kang saga, right?
Mhm.
Which again
He
never came.
killed Marvel. Him being an
Right,
asshole killed Marvel. Like
right.
they were set with him. Ah,
But Loki set up all that. So it had such a it what was in trouble after what was the goddamn Eternals, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, they got they're out of gas, and then you drop Loki and go, oh, not only they're not out of gas, but they can fuel the next X amount of years with not only this character but the storyline that this series produced.
Mm. Good.
So, in my opinion, that is why Loki should be on this list of greatest superheroes
Hmm.
TV
yeah.
shows.
I
All
was
right.
a big fan of that show as well, and like you said, the acting is so good, the characters are great, and I'll even admit, like a lot of the, I'm not a like once they do the time. There's even part I'd like to go rewatch that series. There's parts of that shit I don't fucking understand. Like I don't
Oh yeah.
understand the
Sure.
time
Yeah.
jumping and all the, and it's very confusing at times. But all that aside,
The
like
last
it's such
two
a
episodes
well.
was insane.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's just a really well done show. It's visually very stunning, and it's just really, I mean, and like you said, I mean, Tom Hiddleston is just an incredible actor and has made that like you said about Robert Downey Jr. It's like, can you even imagine anybody else playing Loki?
Mm.
Can you
No,
imagine a recast of Loki? No.
No.
And even though it certainly is, I mean, there are multiple Lokis in Loki, you know what I mean? But like he just does it so well, and that show is fantastic for all of Disney's warts in like other things that they've done, or maybe how Marvel's gone, or how they've handled Star Wars. There's TV series largely have been really good, and then Loki was certainly one of the cornerstones of like those early Disney
Yeah.
Plus series that really hit.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Yeah, I would sign off on Loki, but yeah, we'll talk some more. But yes.
Okay.
okay.
Nick.
I'll give you another Disney Plus one here. I'm going to give you my WandaVision pick. So this was the first one, if you all recall. This was the
Oh
first
yeah.
Yep.
Disney Plus crack. And here's our. I don't even know if it might have been. Was it Disney Plus's first original series after launching the platform?
Actually, I believe it
It
was.
certainly was
It,
Marvel, but I mean, if not, it was certainly one of the first few.
yeah.
Um, so not knowing what to expect, you're just coming off this, the huge hype of Avengers and the Marvel, the MCU. That was the end of Phase 1, and you had these characters, and not only did they deliver on the show being really well done, but I loved the theme of it. I loved them going through the, with the eras of television, and
Yeah.
for a lot of it, you don't know. I love that when it's something is written in a way that keeps you interested and keeps you watching, but you don't even totally know what's going on yet.
Right.
Like, I love that. And this show did it really well, where like you're a good halfway through this series before you really even start to get a grasp on the meat of the
Yeah.
plot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
something's going on, something strange, and it's interesting, and now they're, in this era, and there's, but something is kind of oddly unsettling about it. And I love that show. I thought it, did really well. Um, and so it was certainly a home run for Disney Plus. And I think it probably, I mean, if that one doesn't do as well as it did, because it was huge too, like
Yeah.
people were, it seemed because it was near the beginning and there weren't a ton of Disney Plus shows out there, felt like a lot of people were watching it and paying close attention. And if that doesn't do as well as it does, who knows how that changes things for other properties. But that one I think was definitely a success. So whether or not it ends up on our collective Mount Rushmore, it's definitely one that I liked and think it was also kind of a big one for Marvel and Disney at the same time.
Sure. I would venture to guess that show alone was probably a reason that a lot of people subscribed to Disney Plus
1,000%.
initially back then. It
Yeah.
probably just kept it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I agree all the way around. Solid. Great show. That was another one that just Allie and I just very much looking forward to every episode. Couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Couldn't wait. Yeah.
And
Okay.
again, a ballsy move to do a lot of the stuff they did visually. Not only the stuff,
Yeah.
moving through, but to start the fucking series in black and white.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your first episode, you're like, you're gonna bring out a black and white old Dick Van Dyke style show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did a lot of really cool stuff. When they brought Evan Peters back,
Mm-hmm.
the door opens and you're like, her brother standing in front of her.
Yeah.
But it's crazy what they were able to do, and that, again, brilliantly written. Very cool.
Tragic.
Yeah.
A lot of tough content there.
And it's not even
Subjects.
done, right?
No.
You still got Vision
Vision's
Quest
coming back.
coming in the fall.
Yeah, that's right.
So the third of the trilogy of Wanda is coming back in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Solid picks here, guys.
Yep. Brian, you have any more you want to argue? Come on, let's hear it.
I'm going to make a pitch anyway, but I know this is not going to make the final list here. But I just have to at least mention mine again. The Incredible Hulk, 1977. As a Gen X, kid, at the time, there really that was. I mean, thinking back again, 1977. I don't know I'm trying to think here. So Superman, Dean, came out, was it 78, the first Superman movie, something like that? So there just wasn't much there. Now we had the reruns that I'm wearing on video, homage to the Adam West Batman shirt, right?
Real
So
quick, Brian,
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
not a lot of people know this, but they took a time machine and went back to when they were starting to produce the Hulk and said, "Hey, here's CGI. Use it." They go, "Fuck you. We have Lou Ferrigno."
Damn straight.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. So, we had Batman was fun. That you can make an argument for that, but that's just a little bit too campy. It's still a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
a lot of fun to watch. Well acted. That was a great show. That really started to set the groundwork for some of this stuff here. But the Hulk came along, and like you said, Lou Ferrigno looked great. They had pretty good makeup at the time, but like you said, it was just a big muscular dude. He didn't need no computer graphics. Yeah. It was just a muscular dude.
At that time was fresh off of competing with Arnold Schwarzenegger for runner-up for Mr. Olympia.
If we're going to be honest in arguments, my only argument is the creator of the creation of the show that they had to call him David Banner over Bruce Banner, and this is actually real because the network thought Bruce was too gay of a name.
Yeah,
so they made them change it to David Banner.
Yeah, fucking stupid. David Bruce Banner. I mean, get the fuck out of here. That's stupid. But what took that to another level entirely was Bill Bixby.
Hulk smash.
Fantastic television actor, and he really.
Hulk smash.
I mean, you might look at this and think it was kind of a goofy kid, but that show was not. That was a pretty serious show. It
Pretty,
really,
yeah.
it showed that the ongoing sadness and tragedy of Bruce Banner, who was just constantly on the run. He could never settle down. In every episode, it's just town to town to town. So that
Up
which,
and
which
down
kind of
the
made it cool too, because
dial.
the whole could be in different towns and different places across the country. Excuse me, but he couldn't settle down because he would get a job somewhere and not be able to use his fucking genius intellect. He had to fucking, sweep floors and dumb shit like that just to try to survive. And inevitably something would fucking happen and he'd become the Hulk and have to run away again. But the effects at the time were cool. And again, just the whole seriousness of it was,
I mean, he did
it was
have
an entertaining show. Go ahead.
he did have very poor judgment when it came to where he stopped to sleep, because it always ended up with people with guns wherever he stopped. He was not a good judge of character.
Yeah, that was tough. But I did like the fact that it was just, again, it was the old Hulk where Bruce Banner gets mad, turns into the Hulk.
Yeah,
That's it.
it.
Simple. And you could count on twice every episode. That was
Right.
Twice every episode. Fucking Bill Bixby get the green, contacts, and you knew that was your ass.
Which how
that was it.
How easy it is. You probably only had to do it once, and because it was the Zoom every time, all you had to do is like film that once, and then you just cut to it every for the whole series.
Yeah.
Not bad.
But anyways, it was just a fun show, and to me, in that era,
I respect it.
It helped lay the groundwork for future things. Later, they had the Spider-Man TV series, which didn't do as well. Spider-Man was so hard with the special effects available at the time, especially on a television budget. So that wasn't that good. But
it had those
it definitely
webs.
set the groundwork. It got Stan Lee going to wait, to eventually develop the movie. Yeah, Thor made an appearance in that.
Yeah.
And Iron Man, did Iron Man, I think, maybe something like that?
Don't recall.
I don't know. But anyway, great show, a lot of fun, but it, overall, I mean, it has its place in history and in my childhood heart. But the Hulk is not as good as a show as the others that we have on the list here. So I will let that one kind of ease back here from our top and not make an argument for that one further. So
we'll give it its respect nomination.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely deserved. Definitely deserved.
Right.
And Lou Ferrigno may come back as the Hulk in the next Doomsday here as a variation of
I hope so.
Of like an evil Hulk, a Maestro Hulk, which is a comic book version that has gray beard and everything.
That'd be cool.
Hopefully that does happen. So
yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dean.
All right, boys. My last argument here is Heroes. If you remember what it came out in the early 2000s,
I used to watch it.
There is an argument. It got not rebooted, but like recontinued many years later after it got canceled.
Really?
Yeah.
Brought it back?
Well, yeah, but like there was a storyline that it kind of continued the storyline to kind of answer some of the questions, and it wasn't great when it came back. Even like the first season, that's my argument. The first season of Heroes was incredible.
Yeah,
talking about like real people gaining superpowers. If you know the premise, some eclipse caused the superhero gene to wake up in people, and they developed these superpowers. But the cast was incredible. The writing was awesome. It was honestly my favorite show when it was on. For the first couple years was just incredible. And like Brian, I understand this one isn't going to win, but I was such a fan. Like I was so hooked on that show, from Hayden Panettiere to Milo Migli, whatever his last name is.
I think that's it.
I think I nailed it. I'm pretty sure I nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the storyline was just so cool. Like Hayden Panettiere's action, her storyline with indestructible. The idea that she tried to kill herself just to prove it to herself, and like the guy's name was the Asian guy was actually, his name was Hero.
Mhm.
It's just so cool. Like, if you remember the show, I can't explain it without getting into like nerdy details that you're really not going to know if you didn't know the show. But it was very well written, very cool visuals. It was, you didn't have superhero stuff at that moment. You had the Spider-Mans coming out every so often when when they had to renew the rights to Spider-Man. Other than that, you didn't have a whole lot, so it was exciting.
It's also something that was completely original. It wasn't like, oh, here's
Yeah,
this character,
was.
these
It
are
was at the
brand
time.
new
absolutely.
superheroes. This is the different thing. You don't even know what these guys are. It's like The Boys, where it's like these aren't characters we took from some comic series that already
Correct.
existed. We're making this up, for this.
And they made them compelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto. Of course, he played Spock in the movies and different.
Yeah.
He was a very
Sylar.
good bad. Sylar was a very, very
Sylar,
good
the bad guy
at the time.
And then again, later in the series, they redeemed him, which is very far fetched. But it's kind of like Loki. Loki killed millions of people, if you look at it. Sylar did the same thing. He was a serial killer for superheroes, and they ended up redeeming his character later in the series. But yeah, I was a huge fan until the last season before it got canceled. There's reasons why things get canceled.
Yeah.
But up until then, it was kick ass and very cool. So Heroes is my argument.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you going to keep it, or are you're going to honor it like the Hulk?
You know what? I think I'm not going to push any more for it. I don't want to say I'm going to put it on the shelf. I'll just leave it here. I'll leave it here.
Okay.
You guys will vote for it if you want, but I needed to at least be here in the running for you guys to look over. It's fine.
It was definitely interesting in the time for me. I was very interested in that show. Like I said, the all new heroes, everything was compelling. Like you said, all the things. That show just went sideways. So it just really went sideways awful quick. And the whole scene, I remember a very Hannibal Lecter scene, very Hannibal Lecter like, where Sylar is eating the cheerleader's brain, or it was a whole thing like that. It was like very.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what in the fuck is going on this television show?
In her head.
Yeah, just
because that's how he stole people's. Well, he didn't realize that he thought that was the only way he could steal people's powers.
God. So that when that was sort of the, it was kind of done after
I love
that. I think
not me. I was like, okay, all right, we're cooking with gas here. So.
Yeah, for me, I'm with you. I would honor it for what it was, but I could not put that one ahead of Daredevil or Loki or Peacemaker or some of these other shows. At least for me,
Okay.
So okay.
Well, buckle up, because here comes my last submission. You're about to all change your minds right now.
Let's do it.
No, I don't. This is my whole pick. I don't expect either of you to understand or know how amazing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was to a young kid in the '90s, but it was a cultural fucking phenomenon. It was all any kid of that age range was into. I ate, slept, and breathed Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from the time I was probably like 7 till I was like 10 or 11. It was just all I could, as I loved it. Yeah, yeah. Still, honestly, to this day. I mean, the original, but no, it's it's campy and it's not the best acting and the fresh young actors and ultimately, I mean, it was the action scenes were even taken from an already existing Japanese show called Super Sentai, just repurposed with American teenagers for like to put storylines to here. But that being said, like kind of some of the things we touched on with other shows is like yes, the scenes were taken from a Japanese show, but like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was its own thing. That was not a pre-existing property. It was created to market and sell toys to kids, and it was a kids' parents, to be able to, and they wanted, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the formula, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like that was this going to be this thing. But and goddamn, if it didn't work, I mean, they absolutely made bank on it. But to this day, nothing encapsulates my childhood like the Power Rangers really does, like my young childhood. That's the first thing that I just really remember. I mean, it had everything, right? It had they were the helmets were badass. Each one looked like a different dinosaur or prehistoric creature, and with the different colors. The fucking intro music was fucking sick. It was like fucking electric guitars and fucking. It was fucking crazy. It was awesome. And and then the Megazords that all came together and formed a giant one, and they'd fight the monsters. And like you said, Brian, with the Hulk, same formula. Every episode was the same fucking thing. The kids are hanging out at school, and then the evil space witch is watching them, and then needs to try to vanquish them. So has a monster created, sends them down to Earth. First the putties, try to see what that does, which is nothing every time. They beat them handily, and then sends down a monster. Then they morph. They beat the monster on the ground. Then she throws a staff down. Monster gets super big, like Godzilla sized. Then they got to get out the Zords and put them together and fight them with that. Same shit every single time. Good guys win. Hooray. Everybody dances and has a smoothie at the juice bar. Great times at Angel Grove. But just to this day, I always say it was my favorite show ever as a kid because at the time it was the coolest thing I had ever seen, and there's still that nostalgia when I watch it. But now it's fun. Sometimes I just watch it and get high because it's fucking hilarious. Like it's still enjoyable for me on different levels, but it's still every time I watch it. It reawakens that kind of young kid in me to where it's just I'm like, yeah, oh, I remember this episode, or like, oh, it was such a big deal to me. So, like I said, I don't expect any other votes for it.
Nick
But
was high. Nick was up, spin kicking in the air and giving savant kicks. He didn't see Lane come in the room, and he just Judy chops him in the throat.
Yeah,
that's very dangerous.
So, but I would be remiss if I did not bring it up, and it's my favorite superhero show of all time. It is, and it's to this day, it's one of my favorite shows. So, it just holds a special place in my heart. So there's Power Rangers. So, all right, well, looks like we've got some decisions to make here, boys. We've laid them all out here. I
have them written down. Do you guys want me to run over them real quick?
Yes, please do.
All right. With Dean having 1, 2, and 3 with Heroes, Loki, The Boys, Nick with Peacemaker, WandaVision, Power Rangers, Brian coming up with The Boys as well, Daredevil, and The Incredible Hulk from 1977.
Okay. My first one I'd like to argue for that I did not have is Loki. I think Loki is an excellent pick, and I would like to second my vote for Loki.
Okay. How do you do you want to give it a last quick shout out for it, or if you're going to put your vote for it?
Well, I kind of talked about it after you did, but yeah, it's just.
Well, I don't know how this is going. I
think Loki. I'll say a little. I think Loki deserves to be up there just because of. I don't know. I know we've all enjoyed it while it's been on, and as far as, like you said, it's something different as far as with the taking a supervillain and ultimately turning them around and making them a character that is so beloved. And it started before that TV show. I mean, Loki was already a likable character when that series began, but it really delved a lot deeper into that side of him. But that's like I said, that's of the ones that weren't on my list. That was the one that I was like, yeah, like that one. I feel like I really enjoyed that one, and it would, in my opinion, deserves to be up there. But I am willing to give you guys The Boys, even though I've never seen it, because I know of it, and like I said, I've never seen anything on it, but I just know how popular it is and how much people enjoy it. So I would sign off on The Boys based off of cultural relevance.
Okay. That's our first. That's our first one that made the list. Then Dean, The Boys is 105. Yeah.
And by doing this, Nick, and it being number one, I really do think you should give it a run sometime.
Okay.
So, Dean, Loki was your
jazz cabbage and.
Yeah, for sure. Loki was whose submission?
Loki was
That was
my
Dean's.
submission.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have two for Loki so far. You know what? I'll give you that one because
Okay.
I enjoyed the show. Owen Wilson gives it an extra edge. You know, Mobius'
Right.
character was
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, he was. Yeah, we didn't even talk
You
about
know,
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's all right.
Good
The
point.
whole story, like Dick said, the whole storyline was very intriguing, a little hard to follow at times, but it was one of the better things they'd done, period, with multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
Even the
Sure.
movies and anything that they've done, like
Yep.
you said, the variants of Loki, including the whole intrigue of can I date myself, is a whole like
Right.
Yeah.
can I date a female version of myself? Is that weird? Whatever. And
I think
it's kind of like you think you
we
could.
even threw a conversation about that on this
Yeah.
show because of
Yeah.
it.
So all
If
that
I had
was
a nickel
good.
for
Go
every
ahead.
time I saw Dean in the bathroom bent over like a lawn chair trying to date himself in a certain type of way, I'd have a lot of
I just kept
nickels.
rolling over. I'd take all those nickels and probably pay to get a rib removed at this point.
We're gonna make our dreams come true on this show.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, like you said, the whole arc of that villain, fantastic, and how it ended. So just like you said, it was good. It definitely deserves to be, I think, in our personal top, our idiots top five. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. I want to make an argument for WandaVision. This was Nick's submission. WandaVision. It's the OG, right? For Marvel TV shows, and arguably the best of them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like every show came. Not all of Marvel's TV shows were the same genre, right? So you couldn't,
Yeah.
it's apples to oranges, but
Mhm.
still they all had to compete with the Ghost of WandaVision and how
Right.
good it was, and like they
Sure.
said, it brought so many people to the app itself, the network itself. So
Mhm.
And not to mention, shout out to Agatha all along. It was also I
yeah,
almost put that one on
absolutely,
too, but
yeah.
without WandaVision, you don't
You
have
don't have
that.
Agatha, and you're not going to have the
God,
Vision
that was a
Quest.
great series too. I honestly that one's up there as far as most enjoyable, Disney
Yeah,
Plus series for me.
absolutely.
Yeah, it spawned a lot of great stuff from it as well.
Yeah, I'm
Brian,
with you. And even the side
okay.
characters, like Randall Park came in for that. Kat
Mhm.
Dennings is the FBI agents and everything. Deborah Jo Rupp,
Yeah,
Teona
she's the
Paris. There
best,
really
isn't
was a
she?
lot of solid
She's
characters
fantastic.
throughout that. So, yeah, I think you're right. From a like you
Okay.
say, from a relevance in the establishing the streaming superhero shows. If, like you said, Nick, if that didn't do so well, that who knows what they would have continued to try to do.
Right.
Of course, hits and misses, but that was a huge hit right out of the gate. You're right. So I think it deserves to be up there as well. So that is three.
That's
That's
three. We have the
three of the
boys,
five.
Loki, and WandaVision. Brian,
Okay.
you have anyone you want to second or reiterate?
I still think that Daredevil should be a strong consideration, everything that I said here. So again, that was one that from Netflix, when they that was certainly of the superhero shows that Netflix was making at the time, that was I I don't want to say by far, but I will say it was by far the absolute best. So popular that they kept Charlie Cox in that role in the Spider-Man movies, and they had to bring back the original cast to appease the fans, who if they tried to replace anybody, it just wouldn't have been the same. And the fact that
Sure.
that's going to continue with the same cast 10 years later and make more. I mean, kind of speaks for itself here. So the
Yeah.
realism, the casting, the storyline, the character Daredevil itself is one of the coolest and most intriguing superheroes, period, in my opinion. With the how can a
Thanks, Ben
blind
Affleck.
man be a
Yep.
superhero? Mm-hmm.
All
Yep.
right. Let me go ahead and second
So
Daredevil
there you go.
for the simple reason of its reality. The
Right.
reality is, and not just the reality of like the story, but the reality is you it it's grounding Marvel where it needs to be grounded. And when I say grounded, I mean the local superheroes.
Yes, that's
Because
right.
the Punisher's not fighting Thanos. You don't have you're not going to see those guys in space. I mean, you might, with Doomsday and all this, but
It's
as
your
of now,
Batman, so to speak. It's
It's
a
a guy on the
regular.
street.
It's a
It's a guy on the
dude
right,
street.
with
right,
Yeah.
special skills and
and
talents, but
and Marvel is doing this and doing this and doing and then floating out and just getting gigantic. And there was a certain sect of the comic books themselves that put Spider-Man and Daredevil on the ground fighting Kingpin.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
right.
needed that. You needed that contrast. And I think this version of Daredevil, I didn't
Yeah.
see the Ben Affleck movie, so I honestly can't argue to them or against them. But what I can say is I like that it's holding the fort down while everybody goes out and does this. It's giving.
Yeah.
Oh, we really, my town of, Barberton or Minneapolis could really use a Daredevil
hero. Yeah.
and
Great
a
point.
hero.
Mhm.
So that is why I'll agree. Daredevil. I'll second that.
I can't get, because I mean I've never seen. It's kind of like, I'm not opposed to it, but like I said, I just never having seen it.
Okay.
Can't really. I'd like to give it the yay because I know Brian's passionate about it. So like I trust his judgment, and I know this not just in this discussion, but you brought it up many times before, like how much you enjoy that show. So I definitely I have no doubt it's a good show, and at some point should try to sit down and watch a couple episodes of that and just
It's
kind of
pretty badass, dude.
try to reimagine my own version of Daredevil. Try to flush the Ben Affleck movie out.
It will quickly. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. Okay.
Um,
Are you okay with that, or no? You want some more convincing, or
I am okay
you
with
want
that,
to hold?
especially actually of what's
Okay.
left. Yeah, I'm okay
Well,
with Daredevil getting one of
That's
those last two
four.
spots.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and because Nick's unselfishness of voting for a show he's never seen. I'm going to go ahead and second Peacemaker, not only for the fact that it's appeasing this whole situation, but the fact that it's fucking rad. That
Yeah.
I've been thinking about of like, what is the perfect word to describe the TV show Peacemaker? Fucking rad. That's how you describe it. Just the
Fucking rad.
music, the quirkiness, the ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, like the absurdity of the violence. You know what I mean? It's not just like Daredevil where somebody's getting punched and you're like cracking into the bones. This is just splatter, just like the Suicide Squad movies. It's silly fun in an absurdity of violence.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of the most fun times I've had watching an action series in the past, 15 years, 10, 15 years. So yeah, I'll give you Peacemaker. I'll second Peacemaker for you.
It's Mighty Morphin, it's Peacemaker, it's
Hulk.
and
Hulk,
what else?
Heroes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think all have again, all have a special. I think we're sort of saying we all have our show in our hearts that we love, that we know probably wouldn't maybe make the ultimate list here with
Right.
Mighty Morphin Heroes and the Hulk from the 70s here. But I'm a huge Peacemaker fan as well with this list, so I would say yeah, absolutely okay to put that out there too. Again, that's another one, like you said. Look forward to that every week. From a modern superhero type show, it definitely fits the bill perfectly. Like you said, Dean, it's really all about redemption. Him trying to find his way from, killing Captain Flag in the Suicide Squad movie, and trying to find his way back to being a good person and someone he could live with. Trying
to be the hero he's always thought he was.
Right. And they really is setting up a lot of intriguing things in upcoming seasons with, maybe having to fight his brother as the ultimate villain and everything, and the ultimate, there's whole kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So good stuff there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Actually,
absolutely.
I just realized I can't now vote for Peacemaker because by my count that won't leave room for Power Rangers. So I am going to retract my
Sorry.
Peacemaker.
Well, it's already on the list. Sorry, bud.
All right,
So
so
close.
what's our five, sir? What do we
All
come
right.
up with here as the best
Our-
live action? Go
Our
ahead.
idiot
Superheroes.
Mount Rushmores of superhero television shows.
Mhm.
Number 1 with The Boys. Number 2, Loki. Number 3, WandaVision. Number 4, Daredevil. And then number 5, Peacemaker.
I
There
got a
it is.
solid list.
Locked
That's
in.
a solid list. That's a solid list.
You heard it here first.
Now,
Locked into immortality forever and ever.
that's right.
Mm,
Carve it in the stone.
Mm-hmm.
that's right.
All right. Can
That's
I
right.
give a real quick shout out to one that I know would have been left at, and only one other person realizes this or remembers this? But like, Greatest American Hero. Can we just give a quick shout out to the Greatest
I
American
love
Hero?
that show. And I
Who
hear they
actually-
might be making a new one.
No, well, sorta. They're doing a comic book of it, and William Catt is one of the creators, chief content officer type things behind it.
Okay.
Because they're using his likeness as well.
Okay. I like that.
So-
I like that a lot.
Yeah, so they're doing a comic book run of it.
Okay.
They were gonna do one with a girl. Nick, you remember the New Girl TV show New Girl?
Zoe Deschanel, yeah.
No, her
Oh.
friend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was gonna be the main character. I think they filmed it. Like I think there's like a pilot out there somewhere with her in the role. And it, for whatever reason, never came to fruition. But if we're going to talk about TV shows with the superheroes, I just want to give a quick shout out to The Greatest American Hero.
Love that show, dude. That was one of my
Absolutely.
family night TV shows back in the 80s. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Great theme, all that stuff. A lot of fun.
If you
And
don't have that,
original
if you
series,
don't
like you said,
have
original
that
hero.
show, you don't have, believe it or not, George is not home. So. You like that?
George, what the hell is George is not home?
Oh, you don't remember the Seinfeld thing where George sung his answering machine? Believe it or not, George
that's
is
right.
not home. Where could he be?
That's funny. Nick's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
I don't know
now.
what any of that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what anything you just said is.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right.
Good stuff.
That's why I just wanted to keep it as a quick shout out, though.
Yeah.
Is
Fantastic.
that like Flash Gordon?
No, it's a guy. It's like a regular guy who aliens gave him superpowers, and like he doesn't know how to use them.
You give him a suit.
Yeah, the suit. Like
He got a super suit and he
couldn't
lost the
land.
instructions. Like the instructions, like a classic, like blows away or something stupid like that.
Like
And
Howard Langston in Jingle All the Way, where like he's got the
Something.
fucking
See?
suit on.
There
No,
you
he
go.
doesn't
Right.
know how to fucking work it. Okay.
And the thing is, like, he couldn't land. Like, he could fly. He couldn't land. He'd like crash into things and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good show.
It's goofy. It was fun.
It was the 80s. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Best
Pull
things
up the
came out of
Greatest
the
American
80s.
Hero theme, and you probably have heard it. You don't
You've
think about
definitely
it.
heard
You
it.
probably have heard it on some 80s station or something
Yeah.
like that. It made it top 40 at the time, whatever. But definitely was entertaining.
Okay.
Right. Well, another thing that was entertaining, hopefully, was this episode,
What?
ladies
Maybe.
and gentlemen. Yes.
Depends on who you
Argue
ask,
amongst
guys.
yourselves.
That's right. I'll give you a topic. All right. Well, I'll give you something to go and find on the internet, and that would be our link tree. We would like to encourage you to go to Google and type in Convincing Idiots Linktree, Linktree. See what pops up there for you. That's right. It's links to all of our social media accounts. Feel free to go there and try to support the podcast any way you can. If you enjoy what you've heard tonight or any night on this podcast, it helps us out a bunch. Feel free to leave a review. Maybe send us an email if there's anything you want to hear us talk about or any other Mount Rushmores that you think would be fun for us to do. We'd love some ideas. We've been doing this for 5 years and we're running out of them. You can also find ways to support the show, such as perhaps buying some merch if you feel so inclined. You can find all that information, and believe it or not, even more on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This has been episode 277 of Convincing Idiots. I have been Millennial Nick.
Sennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you that we are the best live action podcast to save the internet with these episodes? That might
Look
need
at
some
what's
convincing,
happened
actually.
to me. I can't believe it myself. Look at me, I'm on top of the world. Should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Zennial Dean, Gen X Brian, Millennial Nick. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe.
Ham gravy.
In our main topic, we debate our list of the ultimate superhero live action TV shows of all time. That was stupid. Not good. I'm going to do my
You
part
should
again.
still listen.
Like tonight's podcast,
Oh.
or like
I'm
all
going
of
to do my
This was
part
stupid.
again. Your
Whole thing was
guys'
stupid.
your guys is fine.
Oh, wait.